Okay, so this is the debrief here. I'm in the van trying to go through all of my storage cabinets and find anything else that I can let go of or figure out how to rearrange, because there's a potential buyer for the RV, and that means that we would have to move everything that's currently in there in here temporarily, and then Jesse's car. But also, in addition, the training program that he is in is not completing for like another month, so we will have to figure out what we're gonna do. It's nothing too surprising. We kind of knew that by listing the RV it would be sold and we would have to figure something out, but now it is getting down to the wire, and I just want to be prepared just in case they're ready to take it, which would be a good thing. We may base out of the van together and stay at the campsite, or Jesse might get a place, but I'm not sure. You know, this is all pending, depending on if someone does buy the RV, which they'll be here tomorrow. Oh man. Yes, okay, I definitely have to get to work. It's spring, which is exciting, and I knew that changes were coming. I've been talking a lot about it, and I do feel kind of ready. It's just a little anxiety inducing because I'm not sure. You know, it's not anything too alarming if we do move in together and stay in the van, because we have done that in the past. We both traveled out west and then each had our own rig. He had a truck camper, I had the van, and then he sold the truck camper out there, moved all of his stuff in here. And at that time, that was a little bit more challenging because he had all of his adventure gear, surfboards, paragliding wing, guitar, kitchenware, etc. and just all of his stuff. Everything that was in the truck camper was also smushed into the van, on top of us having to live out of it while we were traveling back. So, I mean, we can make it work. It's gonna be a game of Twister, but you know, things are moving fast. It's almost like timeline jumping, and I almost feel like it's one of those situations. So yeah, the good thing is that he does have most of his belongings this time in another storage, but it's all the way across the state, so that wouldn't be very viable to go over to within the next couple of days. Okay. Break time is over. Wish me luck. So all in all, I don't really have much. I have all this empty space that I'm gonna have to clean. Yeah, I mean, this is it. This is like all I own. Clothes, food stuffs all over there. The most I have is really clothes. That's like the most item stuff I have, I think. I mean, I've got food in here. I have to organize that. A bug. These guys always come in here. Yeah, I mean, it's starting to, I'm seeing the vision. It doesn't look organized yet, but I'm seeing what I need to do. Have some smoothie. Once I get this thing just super cleaned and organized, see what else I can get rid of, I will be able to then move into the RV and clean up in there, and then just bring some kitchen supplies and just stick them in there. Yeah, I don't even know. I'm just gonna keep moving. Okay, so I have a lot more space right here. That's pretty much, you know, I can fit some decent things in there. That's a lot more organized, I would say. I'm feeling a lot more organized and ready for the potential buyer to come tomorrow and check things out. I went through almost everything under the bed in this storage box over here, and then my junk drawer as well. Cabinets are good. There's more space. I can basically bring the remainder of the items that are in the RV in here now. So if things happen to work out, hopefully it'll all fall into place. The buyers came and we managed to get everything out and make it showroom quality this morning, and they really liked it, and I think that they are definitely going to get it this Friday, so that gives us the remainder of the week to just figure out the next move. Oh, I know Chester. Oh, Chester's ready to go for a walk. Wow, it feels like a relief. You know, whenever you post something for sale, there's always this, is it gonna sell? You know, what's gonna happen? Hi, Chi-Chi. Hi, Sweet Pea. So we have about 3 days left with this RV before the new owners come and take her away, and that means we have 3 days left with this little kitchen space. We got everything out item-wise except for the food stuff. So we've got, let's see, spices, dry food goods, and a refrigerator full of food. And I can pretty much fit a good bit in the van fridge, but while we have the RV and this little oven, I think I want to be able to use what we can. I don't want to waste the food that's in the fridge, so I know that we have a bundle of apples that they are kind of wilting and we haven't really gotten around to using them. I'm gonna make an apple crisp with this oven because I actually really like this oven. It's been, you know, a lot of people complain about RV ovens not working that well. I don't know if it's this brand specifically, but I really like it. And I think it's just because I don't have an oven in the van. But I think if I was to build out a new van, I would put one of these in there. It takes a little learning curve because the thermometer in there isn't as accurate as what it says. And there's no indicator of when it's done preheating or when it gets to a temperature. So I got a separate little thermometer that runs a little cord, and there's two temperatures. So the one right here, the little probe, and then right here is for the ambient temperature. So that's just an extra little thing, which I probably will be able to use this in the Omnia oven too when it comes time to cooking back in the van. We are gonna have some fun. So we're still looking at options for housing after the RV is picked up at the end of the week. Today, Jesse asked the park manager if staying in the van was okay for the remainder of his program, and we have to wait till she runs it by the owner for permission. But hopefully it's okay and things work out. I know I will always be nomadic at heart, but I've come to really enjoy putting roots down for extended seasons. I remember not too long ago, it was hard for me to stay parked in one place for more than a night. I couldn't truly shake that antsy feeling of living in the future and wondering what's next. Now that spring is officially here, that kickstarting energy of constant activity is starting to pick back up again. The thing is, there's always going to be that what's next mindset. It's just a matter of how much we can allow ourselves to feel present along the way, which can be a challenge. It's funny how the pace of life works. Between the faster momentum and sense of urgency to a slower, more reflective speed, things truly happen in cycles. Even if life may never feel completely perfect, it is worth mentioning that it's always possible to find that sense of balance, especially when we can appreciate all of our seasons, even the shadowy, chaotic chapters. It is time to get organized. I need to do a deep clean and go to the laundromat to go do some laundry. Let's go. This morning, we found out the good news that staying in the RV park with the van is okay with the owner. It'll be a tight fit for 2 adults and 2 cats, but thankfully we have a couple of farm fields to roam outdoors in right behind us. It is actually our last day to finalize cleaning before the camper leaves tomorrow. After my many years in housekeeping, I've come to really enjoy the peace from cleaning, and especially laundry day. Actually, when I began volunteering at animal shelters, laundry station was my favorite position. We would provide fresh linens for the animals every day, and there is definitely no shortage of work that needs to be done. After which I could enjoy spending time with them. Honestly, I wish I could do more in regards to rescue and hope to through my future endeavors. I highly recommend volunteer or rescue work in some capacity for all of us, though it can be heartbreaking at times. Caring for animals exponentially increases our capacity for empathy and our understanding of the interconnectedness of life. I mentioned earlier about feeling slightly behind in life, but I have to remind myself to practice self-compassion as well. Society expects us to set these large goals and resolutions in the beginning of the new year, the depths of winter. It's hard to focus on growth when most of natural life is quiet, resting, and hibernating. Honestly, I feel the beginning of the year to truly start now in spring, which definitely feels more in line with my kind of pace. So from here is where I will set realistic, achievable goals and try not to compare myself to the timelines of others, but rather focus on my own light and offerings, or perhaps my personal apricity. It has been fun getting crafty this week by stretching out and using up the produce in the RV versus just tossing it. And so as we await the new RV owners tomorrow morning, I am finishing up one last meal prep for the next few days, a big batch of potato soup. And just like that, our extended living space for the past 2 seasons has driven away. I'm looking forward to this downsize though, and getting back to the basics. So that is it, y'all. Thanks so much for tuning in this week, and I hope to see you in the next one. Take care.